Good morning, welcome to the London session. I hope you're doing well. Okay, this morning I'm gonna be brief and not take too much time. Let's jump into it. Right, dollar index, I'm still bullish. I'm seeing this as a pullback and it's potentially gonna take out this low. Okay, once this low is taken, then I expect it to run back up again. If you look on the 1 hour time frame, there's a small gap here. Okay, that's the level I'm watching. Now I know it might sound a bit of how I'm expecting that gap there, but let's see the reaction we got from it, and then I'll show you why I was expecting that gap, either this one or that one, because I don't want to see price come all the way down here. They've already done the stop run down here with this move, so if it's gonna come down, I expect them to just take out stops into this level and then go back up again. If we get that, meaning euro should continue going lower. Yesterday I said the daily market summary, you want to watch this level. Now above this high, we have also that small little gap there, right? I want you to watch that as well, because if they do go for the stops on the dollar index, this one might take out this high and then drop. Okay, so you're watching that level and rejection to come back down. If you look at the British pound is going into the level I mentioned yesterday, so that's where you're watching. On the daily time frame, we have a bearish order block there. Now this low here, I'm expecting them to come back and run that low, so this is just a pullback to continue going lower. So on the H4, we have this breaker, this last down candle prior to the move up and then down. We want to see them not breach this candle's high. All right, so I'm watching this candle's high, which is this one. I don't want them to breach that. So where we are trading now, and if you apply the weekly expansion concept or weekly range concept, we are pulling back into optimal trade into previous week's range. We expect price to reject and go lower. All right, so you can sell the optimal trade entry, which is I'll sell here, stop loss above the high, and then a run back to attack this consolidation. Right, so that's what you can do on the H4. But if you're going to be in front of the screen, what you can do is basically look for a breaking market structure as it's going up. Look for a breaking market structure and then expect price to reject and go lower on the lower time frame. So you can start watching it on the 15 minutes time frame and then anticipate a breaking market structure. I like this last up candle here. You can anticipate the breaking market structure and then expect price to continue going lower. Okay, New Zealand, we are still short on this one. I think this one will be held. I don't think it's gonna go up because they are running Aussie New Zealand up from yesterday, the levels that I gave you, if you remember. Because they are taking this one up, they're not gonna send this higher, they're gonna keep it, or it's gonna drop. So keep your New Zealand dollar trade. Okay, we should go down. If you measure previous week's range, you can see we came to optimal trade entry, so more reasons for price to drop. Aussie, I gave you this level to watch, this last up candle. That's the level you're watching for a reversal to happen. Okay, it's Tuesday. we are bearish, so we can form the high of the week here, and then price should continue going lower. So watch that level. Okay, ideally you want to watch this gap right there. Okay, that gap there, you want to watch that, especially here with that bearish order block there, and then we said expect price to go down. Now you can do again something like this, and then expect price to now come and attack this low. Right, so you can do something like that. Okay, all right. Euro pound, we are still bullish. This is just a pullback. I'm anticipating it here, hold there to reverse and go high again. Now if you want to trade the pound, if you want to go short the pound, you want to watch this pair get to one of these levels first. So either here or there, and then it starts showing you potential reversal, then you start looking for the sell on the British pound. So you can use optimal trade entry, which will bring you roughly here, right, or there. 79 is right there, so you can use that to hunt for sells on British pound. You can also leave British pound alone and go long. I like these two levels. Now depending on time of the day that we get there, say we get there the New York session this afternoon here, then I'll look for a buy. Okay, if we get here after New York session, then I'll leave that and I'll focus on this on tomorrow morning. Okay, so here New York session, or even right now London session, we want to see it continue going lower. That's fine, and then London session will try to form a low, and then the New York session should reverse it, or down here. Okay, so that is Euro pound. Aussie New Zealand, yesterday I gave you these levels to watch because I think price was going to reverse, and that's exactly what's happening right now. So you want to look for, give me a second, let me check. Oil, we have a sell on oil. I'm checking to see what it's doing. Okay, back to this. Right, there. So I think they're gonna take price high now for a complete reversal, because I'm seeing this low, high, low as a pullback. For us to, start coming up here or up there, we need to break market structure above this high, because that's the last swing to the downside. All right, so if we go onto the 1 hour time frame, we want to see this high taken out first. Okay, in terms of this small market structure, it's gonna take price somewhere up in here, right, because you have this swing up and then down and then break. So that's a breaking market structure on the 1 hour, which is gonna come up here. But for us to now anticipate it to go up here, they will need to break this high, because that's the H4 high. And then once the H4 high is broken, then we can start looking for more pronounced move to the upside. Until then, this is gonna be a problem for it to continue going higher. All right, so if you did not catch a buy, which I did, I'll show you where I caught my buy right here. When I woke up at 3 a.m. for some reason. When I woke up, I saw that we hit this and then we broke market structure. We had this bullish order block formed, and because it's an Asian pair in its Asian session, I felt like they were going to take this pair up, so I decided to buy that. All right, so I'm in a long to come up here. Okay, now you can buy it if it retraces down into the breaker to go up here, not to break this high, just to go up here. And then once we get there, we'll wait and see if it's gonna break this high. If it does, then we will look for more buy to come attack this high, and then potentially that high as well. But for now, for the time being, if we break this high, we'll be looking somewhere here. We actually target the breaker first. Okay, now if you're asking how I came about with these levels, right, I think show you the last time. I just measured the breaker onto the downside. I think it was on the H4. Yeah, so I measured this one here, and I was aiming for 3 and 4. So they did hit the 3, right, and then paused, and then tried to go for the 4, and then 4 has got this auto block down there. Now in order for them to break through that, we have to, in order to get to 4, they will have to break through this, and you can see that level is too strong and they rejected. Minimum level is 3. Now if they do get to 3, most of the time we will see something like this. If the pair is not bearish, you see something like this, but I'll talk more about that projection in future. So we are expecting them to go up here, and if it retraces, you can use this last up candle as a buy, take you up there. Euro New Zealand, if you put on the H4, we came back into this. Now on the daily, I was looking at it today, and we are trapped, so I think this is gonna go sideways for now. Okay, it's gonna go sideways for now, so it's not worth it. You can see we have a bearish order block here, you have this bullish order block here, we do have equal high up in here. Now I'm more for buy than sell because of this breaking market structure. Okay, because we took out these lows and then broke market structure there, and then we retraced to the last down candle. So I'm more for price coming up here than going down there, but I could be wrong, and this was just a stop run and then a trend continuation will unfold. But for now, I'm looking for price to come back up here. All right, so if you want to buy it, just use I think you can see we have a down candle here. I'll leave my stop loss just below this one, not this, because it can take this one out and then still be valid to go up. So I'll leave it here, and then for now, because of the bearishness, I'll target here, right there. Okay, that will give me 2 to 1, and then I'll leave the rest for continuation. All right, so I'll buy here, target here, take most of my profit off, maybe 80-90% off, and then I'll let the rest run. Now the question will be, am I long? Yes, I got in the same time I bought the Aussie New Zealand, what was it, here, right? I bought draw the order block here, right there, here. All right, so I'm already long. Now you can buy here because it's still at the same level, right? This candle close, the next candle opens, that's my long. You can buy the order block here and then expect it to expand to the upside. Now it doesn't have to do it, your stop loss is going to protect you if it does. Okay, so don't say don't think that I'm saying it's going to, so you're gonna just bet the farm on it. It doesn't work like that. Okay, All right. Euro Aussie. So Euro Aussie, I was watching this bullish order block on the H4 for a buy to continue going up, but what I'm suspecting is okay, sorry for that. The little boy did not go to school today and decided to make noise. Right, so I was watching this H4 order block to see if it's gonna hold, and you see I have my levels that I was watching marked. We had a reaction of here just a little bit, and then here nothing. So I'm watching it. I want to see if they can reject and break at least a lower time frame market structure, and then I can look for a buy. Right, for now my buy that I had was here. I have that one. I took some partials this morning because it took out a specific high in the lower time frame. I think it was here. Yep, this one here, right there, because I was looking at that imbalance as a potential target. They did take it this morning, so I took partial as price went there. So for now, I'm going to wait and see if it can give me a potential entry for a continuation. If it doesn't, then obviously my stop loss will be pushed to break even, and then I'll wait to see what happens. So this one is not ready yet for a buy because the actual level that I gave for the buy was here, and they never retraced to that level. Now I still have that level down there. It's still valid. If we come back, it will be actually a good thing. I think yesterday or last week, someone asked about engineered low or high above order blocks and below order blocks. This is an engineered low. We have this order block here, so potential rejection to go up will be here. All right, so watch that level going forward. Check oil again. You check the yen pairs. The yen pairs should continue going lower. Let me finish here and then I'll come back to it. Pound Aussie, you can see Pound Aussie did not get us into the entry, and then we went to TP1 and TP2. So right now I'm going to cancel that trade and then look for another opportunity. Right, so I think the opportunity that existed was here, the H4 order block. That was the same thing. I think I should have paid attention to this one instead of the Euro Aussie. I think they're gonna go and hit this order block from here and then maybe sell off and come down here. So a long, you get 1-to-1, okay, and then from there I'll look to see if I can sell short. And sell short back down again. Alright, if we get up here, I'll sell to come back and attack this low because they did not get down to the level that I was anticipating. Okay, so long here, I like that last up candle there. Maybe a bit of refinement into the lower time frame to there. Alright, and then expect price to now fall back down again. Okay, so that is Euro Aussie, really decent level. I like it. So with this buy, you're gonna get out there. I don't think you should see more than the 1 hour auto block, right? Because we've missed the actual entry, which was down here. My sessions, yeah, landing session right into the auto block. Expect price to push higher. All right, this is so good. I'm feeling good about this trade. The fact that I got in there looks so nice. This one should be dropping, and the reason why it's not dropping is because of the dollar index coming down, right? That's why it's not dropping. But the moment dollar index starts rallying, this is going to drop like crazy. So let's see if dollar index can take out these lows and then reject. Once we see that, man, this thing should drop, and then this pair should just collapse, this one, and attack this low. Now if you trust it, look at this. This is very easy target for them to reach for, and it should do it with speed down here like this. This one is not speed. I want to see, yeah, with candles like this, big down candles to take out the low here. 2, 3, maybe 1 candle to attack this low. Once the dollar index starts rejecting the low, if it starts rejecting this low and New Zealand gain weakness, this thing should run down, back down quickly. All right, so let's see what happens. And then finally, pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand, I'm on the sidelines. I am not doing anything because I don't trust what he's doing. I had no level to key off from. Okay, I had no level to key off from apart from this low. And once they took out that low, you can see it did not give any clean. The only cleanest level you're seeing is this push here, which is doing that because of running this high. Now I'm doing some studies on changing state of delivery. Okay, I'll show you how you will see whenever there's going to be a proper change in state of delivery, there's going to be a large range. Okay, large range, and this one here, large range. Okay, if you do some studies on change in delivery, you'll see the proper change in delivery is gonna always come with these kind of candles. This one here, big range taking out this high, but with context behind it. All right, so they are now changing delivery to the upside, so wait for it, let it change it, and then we will see what level we can use for potential. But I think I like this auto block here because on the daily it's producing a bullish auto block. Okay, it's producing a bullish auto block. So if it does end up being a bullish auto block, then tomorrow, which is Wednesday, we can look for a buy if we retrace back down to this specific level where price is actually rallying now. Okay, we will look for a buy here. So let's see what will happen. I think it will have some form of a reaction off from this level, but not selling. Okay, because it's coming off from a low, so we don't sell auto blocks. We use them as potential targets, and then we buy the bullish ones. Okay, so that's pretty much it on these pairs. Let's look at the yen pairs. Aussie yen, price failed to get up there for us to look for a sell, so no problem. It has created, let's remove this drawing. It has created this big drop, right? So it's either they're gonna key up from here and go down, or it will come back up to this one. Now I prefer the first one. I prefer the first one, which is price rejecting from here. So I'm watching this last up candle, specifically the mean threshold. If they do get there, maybe New York session today, I expect them to reject and come back and attack these lows. Alright, I expect them to come back and attack those lows. And then once we attack those lows, there's this high that I expect them to come to. Alright, so that is that on this one. We are still short. I expect it to just drop. Okay, once we break this low, it'll be free fall, and there's nothing in here, so it'll be free fall for it to drop. CAD, let's see. Yesterday I was anticipating them to rally into there and then drop, but that didn't happen. Right now I think you can look for a sell because this one is bearish. If you check the go to the 1 hour time frame, let's check the CAD futures against the, you can see CAD is super weak. How is it super weak? If you look at this, is going up. Okay, let me remove this one here. Right, this is going up, and you can see that the last high is up there. Price is almost at the last high or the last up candle. If I change this to candles, you see price is almost there. This one is down here, plus it's traded inside a breaker, so it's struggling. CAD is actually struggling to go up, right? It's struggling to go up. So I think CAD can be another mover for today. If you just look for, if I'm selling short, I'll use optimal trade entry because I don't like. Alright, I'll sell short here. Leave my stop loss there and then expect price to go lower. Alright, so one more level of drop to happen. Just be careful because the drop is not, it's not dropping like this, it's dropping sideways, so chances are they might wanna scare some people out by taking some stops. That's why I'm not selling and put my stop loss here. It might strike up quickly, maybe to this one, and then drop. Okay, because a lot of people will be short by now because it's been dropping, so a lot of people will be short. The last stop hand was here, and then we just kept going, so maybe one more dirty one and then quick drop. All right, Euro yen, yesterday the level that I gave held, which was the last up candle in here. I think it was on the 1 hour. Yep, here. Let's go into the lower time frame right there. That 15 minutes candle, it held, and then we are down here. I still think we've got room to the downside. Daily, right? So we are expecting them to reach for this high, and then if it gets crazy, then down here. Okay, so expect more drop. If you are short, keep something because we are gonna keep dropping. right? And then finally the Swiss is, I'm looking for it to break this low. Once we break this low, then I'll look for more sales, because the breaking market structure on the H4 did not pull back, right there. This is when we change delivery, right, with this big candle, and then since then it didn't pull back properly. And usually once we break market structure, it does pull back. It didn't, so I'm going to wait for this one, and then I'll look for a pullback. All right, pound yen, I think we talked about this one potentially pulling back in here, but we will see this afternoon, because pound should be hitting this level. Okay, it has hit it. It should be hitting this level very soon, and then some weakness will unfold. So maybe it might not even get there. It might just take out these highs and then drop. Okay, it might probably take out Friday's high, which is this one here, and then drop. So I'm not doing anything on this until I see a run on stops first. Okay, I want to see a run on stops first. Right now this high is still intact, the high is still intact, so I want to see them kill out some stops before I look for an entry. Okay, and then dollar yen, I'm not doing anything on this because it did not pull back. I don't even like it. It did not pull back to my level over the weekend. I was looking for, so this is Monday, I was looking for at least a sell here or a run above that high and then drop. You can see they did it. That looks like engineered to me. Okay, so I'm not gonna touch it. I'll wait and then see. Let me check oil again. Okay, I don't like what oil is doing. But we will see. Okay, I think pretty much that's all I have for you guys this morning. I'll touch base again in the afternoon and see what we can get from the market. All right, I'll update you on oil. I want to see, because there's another level that I have up here that I'm watching right there. Okay, that's another level I'm watching to see if it's gonna have some reaction. If it doesn't, maybe I might collapse the trade. Who knows? We will see, because it shouldn't be going up that much. On the H4 we've gone too deep into the auto block, right? And usually we should hit here and then drop. So if it's going deeper, it might have a different agenda, so we will see. All right, so pretty much that's it. I'll see you guys in the afternoon and we'll see what the market will give us. Take care, have a wonderful morning.